Her lips which whisper like reeds on the wind, wet with moisture, sprung from a well. Deep within, whispers like the petals of an iris, the reedy blossom which weathers and is not trodden down for long. Fell Burgundy Iris or Moses Cleveland's Canterbury Tales, Book 8, line 2025. Behind her be but friends to see, sneaking surly, indeed they be, but fanning out but like the bull's fell horns. Erelex indeed surrounded, his wayward ways indeed grounded, but paralyzed and bound, nigh to be shorn. Hexed and vexed and put to test, Erelex to be put to rest. He shuddered quaking, indeed aching, from the light. Within that grew, its bounds unwrought, fell dragon for to be begot. He fought against the light with all his might. Mustered right and mustered so, he mustered left for pain to know. He shaking, shambling, mustered to and fro. By the light he thus encumbered of Tomni, 'twas his fallen mother. Consumed was she by he so long ago. A fitting end for he to know, consumed within, but pain to know. Consumed within, but by his mother's light. But gaslit to engender hate, and on her clutch to forniferate, whilst love of she for he to ever spite. Their eyes thus locked, Catania knew the light of Tomni, but ere true, the darkest depths the dragon's soul to know. Their focus she upon the task, a broken soul there not to last, a spited dragon hence to meet his woe. By the light of love was sundered, broken soul ne'er to be plundered. What countless evils passed before her eye, what darkness like a skinned appeal, but flung forth with such righteous zeal, but from the light it ever for to pry. Sundered, scattered, and drawn away into the void his soul to splay, he wavering to recoil from the fray. Wavering with jerky motions, pain and fear, but new emotions, maladroit in motion, he but to stay. Surrounded now but not to see, his mind elsewhere in turmoil be, the numbing, searing pain of light to know. What numb and fumbling dragon be, his will to fight had thus left he, but halts and starts, an indecisive row. In numbness lost and not to feel, by pain of light his mind did reel, and not to feel the cuts and blows that landed. Catania fought to hold his gaze, her mind thus trapped in purple haze, oblivious as his blood flowed on the sand, oblivious of his end at hand, his broken castle in the sand, for by the light it fell ne'er to withstand. A mote of conscience as it drained, a final view the image framed, burned by the light but deep into his mind. His broken body on the sand, his severed limbs trying to stand, ne'er to unite the severed dragon's hands. What light and darkness bathed her soul, what dragon's pawn were there to know. Catania wondered with the worm's fading conscience. For touched she was by greatest evil, had she become the lesser weevil. She wondered there as by the light she stood, or Erelex the vanquished one, who by the light had come undone, his evil never ere to be withstood. What fallen divas near to sing, the dragon's hands an end to bring, to spite the fallen no more such mockery, of goads and taunts no more to flaunt, to celebrate misfortunes wrought, sarcastic lamentations near to be. Again, she drew herself together, dragon on the shelf, a trophy Dian cast for all to see, or not, perhaps left unforgot, what sundered realm to ere resume its course. But unforgotten, sundered dunder, but there for all to see. No shakes to harrow there to feel, but disembodied screams to peal. But distant receding off to other realms. What disembodied death knell told, nay taunting nor indeed to goad, but in defeat its course to underwhelm. Unremembered, not forgotten, his chosen course indeed be rotten, his influence to garner, thus had she, to disseminate in coming days what strings to pull and strings to play, her mind thus whirled with all that encompassed he. What darkness flung yet to relent, selective grief but yet to vent, the fallen best to mark by other means. Unremembered but unforgot, she drew upon a shady lot, served by the dragon's hands, it thus would seem. The dragon cast into the void to dwell on means he had employed. The void he left behind she aimed to fill. His wayward friends now at a loss, with tabs they paid, indeed it cost, what songs to sing and wayward steps to drill. What waltzing at a tipsy ball, or beeline thus to pay a call, what reason there behind such awkward steps? Like penal sappers to inure, a dance of death for to procure, to poke along, but as the donkey schleps. And there I will stop today. Hope everybody has a good day, and thank you very much for listening. Be well.